There we are. Hi guys, thank you very much for letting me know about the tech issues, Lou and Scott and everyone who got in. Listen, I had no idea that wasn't working. If you didn't say anything, Scott, I absolutely would have just gone on talking as if the stream was grand. Everything on my end looked fine. I've been chatting away here. So yeah, look, thanks very much for that. That was a bit of a bullet dodge. I'm absolutely going to keep the... I haven't said that, I don't have it open anymore, but I'm going to keep the Twitch window open because it looked fine on OBS's side, but the Twitch window wasn't loading, and I was literally like, alright, Scott, could you just whack another message in chat there if you can see the video? And then nothing came in chat, so I was like, right, okay, if anyone can see me, I'm just going to restart real quick. Sorry, like, just bear with me. It's just like, I was chatting away, like, and I was like, it's grand, yeah. So I telling you about my Chinese that I went on the weekend, about the fucking quiz I'm going to have with the lads tomorrow and all. I'll try and rehash everything from memory as if, you know, we haven't just restarted the stream and I haven't been chatting away and I'm not nearly halfway through a pint of Guinness, but look, we're starting fresh, alright? That didn't happen. This is a new stream. I'll delete that old VOD. Hi guys, welcome into the stream. So good to see you here. 3, 2, 1, and we are away. It is your boy HamSambro back as normal. I hope yous are excited as I am for the grand unveiling of the Stanley parable at long last. How's it going, folks? Welcome in. I can't wait to play it. I actually can't wait to play it. I know it's just a small game, not, you know, going to reinvent the wheel or anything, but the longer I've been waiting for it, the more excited I've gotten. So have it installed, have it up and running. Very excited to play, but listen, I did say it started at 10, so it's not really 10 yet, but we'll just vamp for a little while before I get cracking. But yeah, oh my god, I can't wait to play it. But yeah, so how is everybody? I'm just fresh, well, half an hour now out of Japanese class. Excuse me, and yeah, that went fine. I really had to pee though. I love Japanese class, and I've never missed a second of Japanese class, but I really had to pee. And I was bursting, I had to pee. And I didn't want to go in the middle of it because I was a minute late to class once before and she pulled me up on it. So I was like, look, they're a bit different when it comes to like respect or whatever. And so I didn't want to be rude or anything. So I just had to hold it in while I was waiting for the class to end. And it was one of those things that the longer you wait, the more I had to pee, the slower the clock seemed to go. And I was just like, oh my god, I really have to fucking pee. Can we just wrap it up, please, and drop an out sayonara so we can bounce? But yeah, look, got out, it was grand. Lovely class. And in keep with the Asian theme, went to a lovely, as I was saying, Chinese place on Sunday with the missus. Hang Dai on Camden Street. Cannot recommend it enough. Anybody looking for a good spot, just a date night or some grub, really recommend it. Very, very spicy though, and very expensive, but worth it. It's deadly inside. I saw it on TikTok, and it's actually whopper looking inside. It's real like neon lights, kind of dim, darker, like Blade Runner vibe. Like, it's real cool. It's real nice inside. It's like a spaceship. Like, it's really cool. I had typhoon crab, which was beyond spicy, and it was actually like a full, like multiple full ass crabs with like breadcrumbs or batter around them or whatever, but legit crab with legs and claws and the whole shebang, like, and it was soft, but I could still taste the shell. Like, the shell was obviously on the crab and they just whacked the coating around it, like, but yeah, it was lovely. But they only give you chopsticks, and I can use chopsticks, but I was like, it's a whole ass crab, like, I'm not gonna fit this whole thing in my gob, so I had to like literally hold it with the chopsticks and like pluck its claws and its legs off so I could fit them in. It was mad undignified, but look, it was whopper. Can't recommend it enough if anyone's looking for a date night. And tomorrow we are going to be doing a quiz with my mates. I started the quizzes there last week or the week before, and all one of the boys have been doing the quizzes, and we've been playing quizzes and stuff like that, so I'm looking forward to that. I believe it's just going to be audio visual and how well do you know our friend group, and also general knowledge. I'm not going to stream that, obviously. I will be streaming tomorrow at like 5, I think the schedule is up, but I'm not going to stream that because that'd be quite late, and we'll see how we get on. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I got back at the last quiz. The last quiz was very difficult. One of the lads made a anime round in the quiz. I don't watch a lot of anime, so I struggled. He made a movie round. I don't watch a lot of films, and I did very well in that round. And he made a video game round, and I play a lot of video games, and I did very badly. So that'll just go to show you how difficult the quizzes can be. But everyone found it difficult. I got 18 out of 66, which you might think is low, but I came 4th or 3rd out of 6 people, so I didn't even come last. But yeah. So that's good. I'm not very good at quizzes, but I still like doing them. I'm looking forward to doing it. And then we're going to bingo on Friday, which will be great crack as well. But yeah, that's my news anyway. How are you guys? Actually, a fellow streamer of mine was watching. I won't name him obviously because privacy, but he was saying he's talking a lot about bots. He's only off a ban, a temp ban, and yeah, that sounds mad. Like I knew bots were a thing, but I didn't think they were that prevalent, if you get me. But yeah, he was banned for a week because somebody was follow botting him, and that was it. Like, he was just kicked off. Twitch didn't tell him why, of course, because they don't, and he assumes it was because of the follow bots, but it wasn't his fault. But yeah, like that's terrifying. I don't know if I'm being bots. Are you the real Scott? Are you the real Lou? I don't know who's in my chat, but yeah, God, something to think about. I also know Dan was talking about it the other day on his stream, just about how he was follow botted before. You try and get ahead of it. Obviously, shoot them a message and say, "Listen, this isn't me, and I want to get sorted." But my friend who was banned obviously didn't get to do that, didn't notice or whatever, and got banned, even though it wasn't his fault. He was also saying how he had a heap of copyright strikes because he literally just whacked on Spotify for the stream and said fuck it. So like, that's fair, you know. He's heaps of copyright strike, playing copyrighted music, getting DMCA'd. Twitch apparently said to him, they don't really give a shit, but the owners of the tracks can come at him and potentially give him a lawsuit. So he was like, right, fair. And all his VODs are muted and shit like that. But I struggle to find decent music for, not struggle, but there's not a lot of decent DMCA free music. This Such a Here and Now is just like a playlist I found on YouTube. It's emo or indie or whatever, but I do have a techno one, but every fucking second stream on Twitch is techno, and I'm already pink, so I'm already in the whole, you know, genre of Twitch streamer. I do have the RGB keyboard and everything, so I'm trying to move away from everything everybody else does, me a little bit different. I also just prefer emo music, so that's why you have kind of a rock track on now. So yeah, has anyone seen the news about Fortnite with the old now, before I say anything, no spoilers in the chat please, for myself and for anybody else. There is a Attack on Titan update coming to Fortnite. I didn't even watch the trailer because my friend said the spoilers in it for the anime, and I have one episode left. Also, let me know, somebody in the car is blaring fucking music out my window, so if you just can hear that, let me know and I'll shut the window. But it is quite warm, so if you could bear with it, I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, Titans in Fortnite. I don't know what story is. Bloodhunt, no, I haven't seen Bloodhunt. Regale me with the tale of what is Bloodhunt. What is that? But yeah, it sounds mad. Titans in Fortnite. Somebody said the storm that moves in to make the map smaller is a lot of Titans now. It's done off the rumbling, so whatever that means, I'm looking forward to it. I don't really play a lot of Fortnite, but I like Attack on Titan. I'm currently repping the Levi top, as you see, so that'll just go to show you I'm looking forward to that. And myself and the lads actually went back to Rust recently, which is actually a lot of fun. But I know I am setting myself up for severe heartbreak. For anybody who doesn't know, it's Vampire Battle Royale. I think I do actually know that. Is it done off like a Vampire the Masquerade or whatever? Is it like in the same universe of that or whatever? I feel like something like that did catch my eye. But yeah, Rust. Oh, for anyone who doesn't, only came out today. Okay, no, it's a different game I'm thinking of then. I'll keep an eye out for it. But we went back to Rust, and for anyone who doesn't play Rust, it is a PvP survival game with arguably the most toxic community out there. It's definitely in the top 5 for toxic communities. Everyone on it is a very, very gigantic dickhead, and it is quite punishing if you don't know what you're doing, which none of us really do. So that's always fun. But you basically have a gaff built up. You build up your base, you build up your bits and bobs, your crafting materials, you get yourself nice and set up. And it's aimed at PvP, meaning you go and you attack somebody else's base and you kill them and take their shit. But from my experience, it's all about playing it, getting up your shit, going offline for the night, and then waking up to find out somebody has blown up your gaff in the meantime while you are offline, and you essentially just wake up to a shit ton of heartbreak. But you know, we're hoping that doesn't happen again, and we're also trying not to just get attached to shit. Like if it's gone, it's gone. We start fresh, we crack on. But we're having fun on it anyway. We like to say games are, sorry, fucking Guinness mustache. We like to say games are in season. Myself and the boys, same way women's, you know, schedules sync up. We like to sync up our games. Somebody just said, you know what, boys, let me go on Rust, and then somebody else will be like, oh my god, I was literally thinking Rust, and it's like a hive mind. Don't know how it happens. We're just always happen to be in agreement, or a decent proportion of us. Like, so yeah, Rust is the flavour of the month at the moment. But yeah, we'll see what happens, see what takes place next month. For example, just gone, it was obviously Elden Ring. Now it's Rust. I'm playing Sekiro at the moment. Offline, off stream, you aren't missing anything. It's fucking punishing. It's like my 10th time playing through. I've tried to make it as difficult as possible. I'm going Charmless and Demon Bell, if anyone knows what they mean. I'm not going to explain them. I'm not really going to spend too long on this. But Ready or Not needs an appearance. Oh my god. Myself and Gannon, who you were playing with, Scott, have been saying we need to go back. It's been updated to bits. There's loads to do on it now. But we literally haven't touched it. But it's there's so much waiting for us. So much content there. We need to go back to and have a look. So yeah, definitely we need to have a few games of that. Anyway, guys, I think it is now time for the main show. Does anybody agree? I believe Stanley is finally upon us. We can stop jerking around and we can just go ahead and jump right in. I finished my thesis after the 8th. That sounds great. We will definitely play when you are free then, Scott. I'm going to throw myself over onto this screen while I load up Stanley. But yeah, for anybody who doesn't know what the Stanley Parable is, I don't really know if I should give too much away. It's basically, you know what? I'll just tell you this much. There's a narrator for the whole game. Somebody basically does my job for me. There's a narrator doing the whole game. I'm loading up the game currently, so I'll go ahead and kick me over here. Sorry, I missed a little animation there. So if you watch my camera frame, we should get a nice little kick me over here. Lovely. There's the frame. Now we're up and running. It's asked me for the time. This is it. This is Stanley. So. What time are we at? We're 10:08. 10:08 p.m. There is a narrator in this game. He will do most of the heavy lifting for me. I of course won't speak over him. 10:09. I'm just gonna wait for that to go 10:09 before I hit confirm because I'm anal like that. But yeah, your basic. There will be a little intro video. Everything you need to know about the game is gonna be explained to you. But yeah, essentially it's a walking simulator with multiple choices, multiple endings. Okay, hang on. I'm going to throw myself down below actually because I feel like we'll be in the way. What am I hanging on for? Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know you care about the experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want. Even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. All right, I'll let you get back to the video game now. Thanks for that. So yeah, of course I boot the game up earlier to make sure everything was running, like working properly and set up with OBS. So that's where it's getting the first. If you don't know push the button game, if you know don't push the button, you know this vibe of the game. I haven't played it, but I have seen it on Steam. So yeah, look, I am so excited to get back into this. I want you all to experience what a fucking head fuck of a game this is. And I will just get my volume up nice for you guys. Okay, without further ado, let's just jump right in, get the intro video out of the way. You'll see what kind of game it is as we go, but I won't give too much away. Just watch.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Right. I have control. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to follow what he says, but I'm gonna do it. Get up from my desk and step out of my office. Folks, if that music outside is getting too bad, please let me know if it's coming through my mic, because they are blaring it fairly fucking loud. Someone's having a party outside across the street.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, man.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Your man's voice, I could listen to it all day. So yeah, this is, it's such a weird game. I don't even know how to explain it. I can turn this computer off. Oh, the power. What's it say, actually? Surname. Alright. I remember this part.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And this is the beauty of this game, because I don't have to go through the door on his left. I, of course, will defy him and go through the door on my right and see what happens.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
This is it, the employee lounge. Let me know what you guys feel like I should do. Should I listen to him? Should I ignore him? Might mix it up.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Or he's getting annoyed at me, so we'll crack on.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Ignore him every time. Alright then.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Whoa. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is motion. Will cause death. 1,000 quid for misuse and 5,000 quid for jumping off, even though it causes death.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Oh.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who is she?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I actually may have been able to jump onto that platform below. Let's go back. Might be too late and I actually can't jump. So I would absolutely die if I tried to do that. But it's all about multiple playthroughs, kind of like Outer Wilds. So, you know, after this one we'll go through it again, we'll jump off, we'll see what choices we want to make the next time. So crack on. Can I open this door? No. Alright. Here we go. Dark.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I won't pick it up. I won't. I've been instructed. Can I plug the phone out?
As Stanley
Oh my God,
picked
I
up the
can.
phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
It's getting too meta now.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely.
Can't pick it up.
It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
What the fuck is this game?
It's the best part of being a real person, but if used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back.
Oh, shit.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
How are we feeling? Are we still defying him? Or are we listening to him? I'm gonna stay put until I get an answer. But I feel like I will have to move. I don't know if staying put is an option. Although it seems to be fun, what's going on? Plug in the phone. Oh, that's a good one. Nah. We can't plug her in. I'll pick it up. Yeah. I think as well I have to leave this room. There doesn't seem to be anything going on. Can I shut the door maybe? Alright. I live here now. This is gonna be my new room. I'm gonna sleep here on this forklift. This is going to be my pooping forklift, and this can be my relaxation forklift. And that can be the guest forklift. And yeah, it's where I eat my food. We're doing well. I sit here in the danger corner when I'm feeling dangerous. Right, we crack on. Oh, are we going back on this? We might get another chance to hop on that platform now.
Now
there's fucking railings on it.
We can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Alright, I think I can only go the one way. Oh, that needs a key card. Is there a key card knocking around, maybe? Not immediately jumping out at me. Is this it? No, that's some kind of folder. Key card. Key card. Okay. We're cracking back on. We're on our way back. I don't know what's going on. Are we leaving? Are we away? Like, is this what's going down? This is the thing. The game is so fucking weird, and like, the vibe in it is just mad. Like, and
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending. The story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
well, we all know that's not gonna happen. I'm absolutely not gonna do that. Whatever he tells me to do, I'm gonna do the opposite, basically. Well, it's such a head fuck. Like, it's. I just love the vibe. Like, where is like, even if when everybody was here, what kind of a fucking place was this? It's mad, like robotic. Everyone's just zombies.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Of course, right door. He's gonna go mad.
No! Why did you do that?
Oh, fuck.
Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
I won't. Well, I might have to. Go in here. I think I have to go into the left door, like. Numbers. Oh, wow, look at that. Right, we're going in the right door. Let's see what's going down. See if we can make it wig out more. Okay. Is this what you wanted? Oh, God.
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone? Left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Well, I don't know. I might. Will it close? Oh, fuck. This has gone weird.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Harsh.
Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
All right. I think we know where we're going. See what goes down.
No! Why did you do that?
Ah, shit.
Quickly, hurry back.
I didn't do that.
Behave exactly as Stanley would.
That's nice.
That means
Okay.
choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I like that because we've clearly come to the end of that branch, and instead of making us go through the whole thing again, once we go down there, it's like, right, we flip back. I'll do it again, but I feel like this is it now for this branch.
No,
Like, we have to go
why
left
did you
now.
do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Yeah. Okay, so that's that done. So we'll go left now.
Behave exactly as Stanley would.
We need to jump off that
means
platform
choosing
as well
responsibly
next time.
and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And we're away. Sorry, just before I forget to say, if anyone didn't notice, our emotes have been approved. We have 4 emotes now. We have the sandwich, the rage, the GG, and the raid. Sandwich, rage, GG, raid. Yeah, I was delighted we finally got to use the rage emote. So I don't know if you can even see if I write in my own chat. I like to think that you can, but there they all are there. And that's me and my very good pal, Danny DeVito. Me and Danny go way back. Well, yeah, isn't that cool? Finally got them approved. Chuffed. Absolutely chuffed. Alright, we're fixed.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Thank you, Scott. Oh, it's changed scene. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so fucking bad at forgetting to swap out of that. Yeah, we got here, and this is the crack. Empty room. Synergize core value expenditure shift global market parade. Monetize free to play. Topical. You most of all. That's the slide swapping sound from Fallout. I assume it's a stock sound, but it's nice. Nice to hear. Broom closet. Looked.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
See what's down here. Alright. Jeez, my boss is fucking bougie. Oh my god.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Big Booty 427. Alright. Is it actually listening to me?
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. Not happening.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
There is no push to talk or anything if anyone's curious. Just have a quick little check. Yeah, that's it. Fairly simple controls.
Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did
I don't believe, like, I think it's nothing, it's just...
you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Whoa.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What is going on?
Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
Thank you, Gannon. A lot of fun.
Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Okay. That's one ending. So now we're back at it, and we're going to jump off that platform.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So yeah, it's basically this. Every time you go, you do a different path.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting
Multiple
room.
different endings and stuff
Stanley knew
like
it
that.
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
There's kind of beauty of this game as well,
Yes,
because
this room.
like theoretically you could just watch me do it and you don't have to pay for the game yourself. Obviously if you like it, get it, support it, it's great, but it's definitely a game you could just watch.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Right, we're hopping on that.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten. Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay, now where are we going?
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
How are we feeling? We going red, we going blue? I don't know which one we want to be going through. Definitely seems like we should go through the red, because we don't want to upset him. Because I think he does genuinely have our best interest at heart, but it's also fun to... Is that really a question? Fair enough. And we're away.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Oh.
Stanley walked through the red
Hello, John.
door.
Welcome in. This is the Stanley Parable, and we're intentionally disobeying the narrator. So, he's gonna go.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Can I go back out this blue door?
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Oh, it's different now. Oh,
You see?
wow.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I'd written?
Narrator's a games master. How dare you? Fuck the games
Do
master.
not think I put a lot of time into that, because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better?
His voice
What did
is
you
so
want to see?
velvety
Vehicles?
smooth.
Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. Third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
All right, what are we feeling? We gonna take it for a spin, or are we disobey him again and go in front of the other two? Left it is.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Yeah, I agree. I think it does.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
All right, which door, guys? First option gets it. Oh shit, these actual people. Amazing. .3% of players skipped the intro. Only 3% chose the blue door. Is that real? It came out. I don't know if that timer's real. Well, I asked some friends for help. Our friends list is empty. Alright. Sly dig. 98.9% of players are more attractive than Stanley. A dead rat is objectively ranked ahead of me. Okay. Right, we're gonna go through the middle door. Oh, okay.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No, it wouldn't, because I know it wasn't real and you said I was worse than a dead rat, which was offensive.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In
What
this
the
game,
fuck?
the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
Oh my
I
God.
think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear
Waiting for me to
once
get
you've been
slapped.
playing it for
Yeah, me
about
too.
4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Later, nerd.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Bit of both.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh my God.
Aha, fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley?
Firewatch.
What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower.
What the
Perhaps
fuck?
for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes.
That's
that
fair
must be
enough,
it.
Dylan.
What a fascinating
Absolutely fair
venture
enough.
into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
This is mad. Oh my God, like this is part of the Ultra Deluxe. I don't remember this at all. This is new. Like we're literally in Firewatch. Like there's the fucking logo is there. It's legit a completely different game that we're now in. Like, what the there's the wallpaper, like, what the oh my god. This is so creepy, like, this is mad, like.
No, it can't be.
I was half expecting them to just launch another game from my library.
Game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
All right.
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
That's mad. Like, how did they do this?
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Right, hit me. Oh my god! It's fucking Rocket
Wonderful.
League.
See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big
This is
box for
mad,
you to run
like.
around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
This is so impressive. This is top notch. Like, oh my god, look, it's legit Rocket
Okay,
League.
so what
Like,
exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
how the fuck did they do this? Like, here we go. Uns. A score. That's in. Squishy save. Oh shit.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
Can I go down
Is
there?
it better than my miserable little story that...
Oop.
Hold on. What are you doing?
Well,
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me?
Sure, Portal
You can't
vibes.
You know that. Stanley, come back. You still have
oh shit, I'm flying solo. Can I go off the... Oh! Oof. This is getting creepy now. Oh god, it's dark. It's so dark. I swear to god if something jumps at me, I miss the narrator. I promise I will listen to him from here on in. This is definitely new as well. Well, you know, in fairness, it's been like 7 years since I played the last one, but I don't recall this. Like, this looks new. Oh, what's that? Wish I could zoom. Alright, I assume it's the right way to go since we got the lights on and it's looking less creepy. Watch something jump at me now there in this corner. The fuck? I'm supposed to do something here. Wait, is that? No. Can I get in there? No. I must have to go the other way then. Can't get in there. Can't get in there. Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me.
I do.
Someone who will wrap everything up at the end.
Scary
and make
without him.
sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Now what? Oh, here we go. Right, what's happening? Starting fresh? Starting fresh. That was a mad playthrough. That room was mad. That was very creepy. What even happened before I got to the fucking scary part? I fell, didn't I? How did I get down there again? My memory's gone to shite.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed.
Just let me think for a second. So I went to, where the fuck did I go, guys? How did I get down to the new content? We'll cross that bridge when we come back to it. Look, let's see who's in here.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Goodbye. Oh. My God. I'm fucking sick of the dark.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
You're welcome.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
It's like a Disney ride.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
You have to activate it? No.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Yes! Let's go! This is setting me up for some serious anticlimax.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh, cool. Of course we're gonna empty it out. Can I jump outside of the circle? No. It's nearly there. Oh, okay. It's literally... Can I plug this out? No. Alright.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
It's too
If this
meta.
is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes.
Yes, very good.
I knew there had to be something else.
Oh, back in the
Let's
office.
see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley.
I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Yeah, let's do it. Oh shit, okay. This is new. Look, before I crack on, this is actually wrecking my head. What the fuck did I do with the last playthrough before I fell? And he was like, oh, you're moving too far away. You're gonna play with it. I don't even fucking remember. Is that the baby? I killed the baby. That sounds terrible out of context. I set that baby on fire and killed it. And why can't I remember what we did? Ah, fuck it. Look, we'll crack on. We'll do it again another day. Oh, in the wrong spot. And bang. Where is my thing? 1 second here, guys. Should be a little frame that comes up over me. There she is. Right, crack on.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Okay. I suppose I should probably sit up straight. Ow.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
This is the BAFTA for The Last of Us, and they just taped over The Last of Us and says the Stanley Parable. I like that. That's really clever. Ah, the clock says 2013. I like that. That's nice. Our first kiss, my first car, the release of the Stanley Parable in 2014. My God. Mozilla start page. Is that real? Is that a thing? It's pretty cool. The original remix. That's pretty sweet. I like that. Oh, this is nice. This is sweet. This is real cute. Like, let's begin again. Mine control facility. Oh, it's all here. Like. Smile because it happened. Me $1 million. A trip down memory lane. Stanley Parable. Oh, begin the demo. Can I play this? Nah. Go outside. Ah, this fucking achievement. This achievement was like, I keep seeing this all over Reddit. This is a legit achievement. You have to not play the game for 5 years and then boot it up after 5 years and you get it. There's no way around it. Like, you literally just don't play for 5 years, and then when you launch it back up after the time's up, you get the achievement. Like, mental. It isn't possible to get this achievement. It's such a different game. Like, nominated for game innovation, for a BAFTA. Nominated for debut game and nominated for story. That's actually pretty cool. I did like this is by far and away an indie game. It was a mod made off of Half-Life, and then to see the original being nominated for 3 BAFTAs, like, You have to say that's pretty sick for an indie game in their first game. New video game releasing today. I don't believe this is real. Creators surprisingly down to earth. Colleges show an even effort to enroll poor. 50% off designer hat. All the news that's fit to print. Late edition. Today sunny. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Rutgers goes from scandal to new crisis. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. Nice. Oh, I was not ready for that. That is so sad. Poor little Stanley. Poor little dude.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Oh, it's Portal. That's pretty sick. Minecraft. Fucking back rooms. The original main menu. Oh, we've all seen this enough. Top 10 memories from the Stanley Parable. Maybe. The original remake. Ah. Person of the year. Hey, it's Stanley. There I am. Ah, look, there's me and the missus. I hate Mondays. And, okay, I don't know what that is. Old. The end is never the end. The end is never the end. The end is never the end. Ah, there's the doors. Look. This is really nice. For Scott. Here you are, Scott. Here's your car. Oh, this is obviously the collector's edition or whatever. Oh, you got a tie. That's pretty sick. Oh, look up there. All the buttons, smiley face. Top 10 memories. Then your number is 29. Wow. Just bringing it all back, guys. People play games because of what they can do inside them. And your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. Literally anything.
Here's another moving passage.
Ah, the Source Development
from
Kit.
GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
This is getting me emotional. How, I get in here? The serious room. Narrator. Kevin. What door opened? Was it just the door I came in?
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
It's creepy. Creepy. Oh!
Oh no, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh, oh my gosh.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
This is so weird. Like, we've already got the new content. I thought, like, obviously Rocket League and Firewatch weren't out when this game first came out, so, like, they were obviously new content, but, like, even that would have been, like, the fact I was walking the Rocket League pitch was enough for me. This is whopper looking. Look at all these fucking crates and stuff. Some of the Fallout.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I?
No.
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
You're not. You're not.
Goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Wow. This is so introspective. I now await the email for Overwatch 2. I don't know if I'll bother. Dilla was telling me there's oh yeah, John XQC has drops if you watch his stream now for the Overwatch 2 beta. Just heads up.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Oh.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable.
Whoa.
That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant dronings... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time
an email rolls out
minutes,
tomorrow.
but it was plenty of time.
That's good, man. I hope you get some good skins out.
Monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are or were or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice...
Wouldn't mind go back to Overwatch for some PvP nonsense.
Sport. You really did catch
I
me.
don't have it on PC, believe it or not.
But that's the power of the button.
Not mad
the
on it.
minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some
That's
of
so
the
cool.
wording
Imagine
perhaps.
getting put in the
To be
game just because you have the
honest,
Steam
I
review.
don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart
Stop drowning.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're...
A month.
Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
Obviously, we're going to keep... Oh, look at the clock. It's a good idea. Probably gone now, though.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time.
How long has it been?
I stopped keeping track after a year.
Wow.
Have you ever sat down in one place and...
Bang. Am I dead? Surely I'm dead. Old age. Oh god, is he gone? Is he dead? Don't think there's anything I can really do other than push it again, lads. Alright boys, here we go. Put me forward 100 years. Fucking smoke alarm. Clock has fallen.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't
Ain't got
entertain
no
us,
door.
now he went, shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's...
So lonely. Is this it? This is me? No, freedom.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
That's creepy. Am I hearing that in my sleep? Oh shit, the fucking roof was leaking. This is weird. Oh fuck. Oh, the button's gone. Oh no, it's not. Can I get out yet? Freedom. Hit me button. Here we go. Yup, daylight. Am I gonna go out to, like, is the world over? Like, what's going on outside? How many? I'd love to know how far in time we've gone. Oh shit, okay, very long. It's been a very long time. Oh. Well, that's kind of sad. It's very fucking dark now. I want to go back to the nice oasis-y kingdom. The fuck? Okay, the world is clearly ending. Oh my god. Oh my god. You blew it up. Ah! How have you not starved to death? I am Stanley. I am omnipotent. Oh shit. This is us. We just gotta walk. Oh. Imagine this is one of the end. That probably is. Yeah, that was an ending. We're back. Okay. Let's do one more. And let's see how we go. I'm not gonna listen to him this time still.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That's new content.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
The last time I was at the stairs, I couldn't go down. There was a railing here. I had to go up to the office. I think I remember this.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley.
Nothing going down. I keep moving.
It's strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Oh. No.
Stanley began screaming.
Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
And everything went black.
Oh my God.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Oh my God.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that
You're
day.
all crazy.
The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
God. At least she called an ambulance. Oh my God. Right. Said we'd do one more. That was wild. That I'm so glad to be back on that game. Like, oh my goodness. So what did you think? We'll obviously crack on more tomorrow. I don't know how many endings there are, but there's dozens, I know that much. And then they've at least doubled the content. And then obviously the new content door is there, but there was obviously, you went on the Rocket League pitch, you went on the Firewatch, like I said, stuff that wasn't in the game before. So the fact that they're there now, that's also new content. Everything new is not, behind that new door. Although the second time we walked past that door, there was a very obvious big neon sign saying, new content. So maybe go through it again, maybe find some more, who knows. But yeah, listen, I had so much fun, and I hope you guys liked the Stanley Parable. I thought it was, I am biased, I hyped it up to bits, I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to play more of it tomorrow. But yeah, we're going to keep it short and sweet tonight. It is late, not going to keep you guys too much. I also really have to pee. Hour and a half, hour and 25 minutes seems a nice round number to end the stream, because you only wanted a small one. And for anyone who's been here, what I stream late at night, I don't stream too long because obviously it's late. But listen, thank you so much for joining. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 5, I think is on the schedule, 3 or 5, whatever's on schedule, for some more Stanley. Yeah, thanks very much for coming. Enjoy yourselves, and I will see you then. Adios.